Hey people, CzarThwomp here, and welcome to the bonus episode of Ace Attorney Investigations. Last time, we proved that Alba was the smuggling ringleader, that he killed Manny, we got him arrested, we brought justice to the world, and everything ended well. And now, we are going to, and as you can see, we are back in Turnabout Visitor, right at the very start. And now, as stated in the previous episode, I'm going to do what I do best. Fail and get game overs. As you can see, I'm down to one hit. Now let's go and get our first game over. Very start of the case, very first game over.
I can't see a clear contradiction between these two pieces of information. Where has the time gone?
Mr. Edgeworth, you must be really worn out from your trip. Are you jet-lagged? Gumshoe, I was handcuffed in a plane by a flight attendant while Franziska accused me of murder. Of course I'm jet-lagged. Oh, and don't forget today's whole ordeal of being locked in a room. What was it with me being handcuffed and tied to rooms? You really should go home and take it easy, sir. Remember, a man's got to have his health. My health has been gone since the day I lost my daddy, Gumshoe. Though really, Gumshoe thinks that Edgeworth gives a crap about people's health, considering how Edgeworth literally lets Gumshoe live in absolute destitute conditions.
I understand. However, I can't allow this case to go unsolved.
Nope, you shouldn't push it, sonny. Leave it to me. I'll get to the bottom of it. I promise. But, oh no, the case is going to go forever unsolved.
A few days passed, and as I suspected, the case went unsolved.
Yes! The first game over isn't due to anyone barricading Edgeworth or anyone trying to obfuscate the truth. It's caused by Gumshoe being Gumshoe!
Thus, the truth was lost for all eternity. Read the book.
Okay, here's the next game over scene. This scene occurs basically if you fail right after Jacques arrives, but before you start your first debate with him. Anyways, on to the day.
Looks like even the mighty genius prosecutor's no match for me. That's 'cause he doesn't roll with Jesus.
What are you?
I've already figured out who the real card behind this caper is. Sorry, but I'm gonna have to ask you to get out of my crime scene, Mr. Edgeworth. God bless. No offense or anything, but you're cramping my game. I mean, how do you roll with Jesus, Mr. Edgeworth? I don't think so.
Thus, the truth was lost for all eternity. Leather book.
Okay, here's the next game over scene. This one occurs when Gumshoe is being accused by Jacques during your first debate portion. The intro section, Jacques accusing Gumshoe because of the bloody letters. So essentially fail at this part and you get this game over.
Unfortunately, your faulty logic was only able to carry you so far. And now I'm afraid I have to place Detective Gumshoe under arrest.
Miss Edgeworth, sorry! Please do something! Get me out of here! Gumshoe, you should be delighted at this fact. I mean, you'll get meals, you'll get food. Ah! Is this the best I can do?
Thus, the truth was lost for all eternity. Leather book.
That's right, you're getting leather book in each and every one of them. Here's the next game over. You essentially get this one when Jacques, he brings in Maggie, he's accusing her of basically committing the crime. On the grounds that she snuck into the office with the master key. He's basically like,
oh, she used her master key, and she snuck in. She was all sneaky-like, and she hit him on the head with a large brick or something. I don't know.
Anyways, during the second argument, you fail, you get this.
So how about it? By now, even you must see that the girl is clearly the culprit. You hear that, Jim? I finally got the one that did you in. Now you can rest in peace with Jesus.
Hold on there!
Save your breath. There's no one left to listen to your insane ramblings. Even Jesus is turning away from you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Thus, the truth was lost for all eternity. Leather book.
Okay, as you will see, I have not cut to the game over dialogue for this next one, which you will get basically if you fail while investigating the hallway. And the reason for that is that, unlike the other ones that we've seen so far, you get a character intro, where basically Jacques, he comes out into the hallway. You? What are you doing here, soy?
I've come to announce that the investigation is over. And that girl's under arrest, game set and match. That's right, I'm using CzarThwomp's video tiles against him.
Mr. Edgeworth, please help me, sir.
Is there nothing I can do? Thus, the truth was lost for all eternity. Leather book. Okay, here's the final game over of Turnabout Visitor. This one, you get this one after you accuse Jacques of being the murderer. You basically, he retorts you with,
"Oh, I was at the office. I wasn't in the building."
And so basically, Gumshoe, he goes, he checks in with the police, and sure enough, it's true, but we just gotta press everything. You fail during that, you get this one.
"I know you'd love to pin this on me, but swing and miss, Edgeworth. Swing and miss."
Excuse me?
"Look, I have an alibi. If you have evidence to the contrary, I'd sure like to see it."
There must be a way. I'm waiting for me to squash Mr. Portman's alibi.
In the meantime, I'm taking the girl with no alibi to custody. Thank you very much. God bless.
Thus, the truth was lost for all eternity. Leather book. Okay, when you're in the very first cross-examination debate argument portion with Rhoda in Turnabout Airlines, basically the second she finds Edgeworth, fail it, and you get this game over. Mr. Edgeworth, I think it's about time you just admitted your guilt. I have no reason to admit a crime I did not commit, madam. Ah, but the well-traveled attendant inside of me knows that you're guilty. Guilty of ruining the other passengers' fun. That is the most serious crime, sir. You are a sick human being. That is the worst crime you could ever commit. Murder, nothing. Arson, petty. Ruining fun, that you are kingdom chair. A serious crime? Surely not. You're crazy, lady. We've already contacted the authorities, and they will pick you up upon our arrival. Oh my gosh! And then they put Edgeworth in the baggage claim area. And then just put like a ribbon on him. Put like a pink ribbon on him. Franziska, oh, there's my baggage. And as for the rest of the passengers, I ask that you please remain seated. I was handed over to the police, just as Miss Tadero said. They picked you up in the baggage area. I was on that little conveyor belt. Thus, the truth was lost for all eternity. Leather book. Gotta make it uniform. Anyway, so this next game over. This happens if you fail in the lounge during your first investigation, and Zingleblanc, he just teleports out of nowhere. They don't show him walking into the room. They don't do anything. He's not there. He just knows that Edgeworth fell. He just teleports out of nowhere. That is what you get when you are born again. Born again gives you the power to know when everyone else has failed. Because you are better than the world. You would find leather and seeks. I have 10 rings on my fingers. I know all that goes on in the land. I go slowly around. I go on the Jeopardy. I do the pip-pip-poop. I win the $1 million grand prize. I do the dance and the confetti. You continue to say you can prove you are not a criminal. Mr. LeBlanc, if you could spare me a little more time. I think I have been plentiful with my patients, and the more spent time would be wasteful. You have had your chances. Even the angels have been too chicks to strike upon. I'm very sorry, but I'm afraid it's my duty to report to the captain, Mr. Edgeworth, that you don't seem to be making very much progress in your investigation. Time's up! Good, and I want to see you are handed to the police right away after the landing. But one thing I find just odd is the fact that Zingleblanc, he is just so invested in this. Literally, he is so invested in seeing Edgeworth get screwed over. It's just comedic. It's like Edgeworth has wronged him. And then Poliano, he's like,
"This is what happened to you, Derek the Barginians. They are filthy. They want to see all the innocent people arrested."
I like how he's personally like, I want to see you are handed to the police. Like, just ensuring that Edgeworth is handed to the police. Like, literally, like, Zingleblanc, he is so invested in this crime. You looked at my art. I was handed over to the police, just as Mr. LeBlanc wished, and he was laughing at me. He threw coins at me. He threw pennies at me. Thus, the truth was lost for all eternity. Leather book. Okay, for this game over, you have to fail within the shop area when Cammy's following you. Fun fact, Cammy is actually the only culprit in the series who actually does pose as an investigation partner. So yay. Fun facts for all. Anyways. Yeah, return of the long yawn.
Look, Mr. Edgeworth, you're not really finding out much, so I'm gonna have to ask the captain for his permission to stop your investigation, okay?
Just a little more time, I beg of you!
Uh-huh. Don't make me upset and be a good Mr. Edgeworth, okay? Come along now and let's get you back to your seat.
There's no need to push!
Oh my gosh, I didn't realize... I've never seen these game overs myself. I've only seen the summaries on the wiki, but oh my gosh, this is actually a dark game over if you think about it, considering that that's how Cammy killed Acme Hicks. She just pushed him. So essentially, just pushing Edgeworth along as if she's aiming to just put him out of the picture. Ugh, that's just creepy. That's just dark. And then she actually does push Edgeworth when it goes to like, ugh, that's just dark.
Thus the truth was lost for all eternity. Leather book.
Okay, for this next game over, you have to essentially deplete your gauge while cross-examining Franziska / debating with Franziska within the lounge area. So anyways, Miles Edgeworth, stop squirming and start acting like an honorable man.
Franziska, even if I did kill Acme Hicks, at least I haven't adopted his young child if he had one, and then tried to mold said child into a twisted image of myself. So by that extent, I am already more honorable than your father ever was. But there are still so many things I have yet to prove.
You should know better than that, especially as a disciple of Manfred von Karma.
So a low-life criminal like me is not worth hearing out? Is that it? Because by that extent, your father was apparently the worst of us all!
But Mr. Edgeworth isn't the killer! Oh! Mr. Edgeworth, help me! I will not allow you to come for such a low-life scum scruffy!
I was arrested by the police on the spot. And Franziska whipped me the entire time in the paddy wagon. Thus the truth was lost for all eternity. Leather book.
Okay, this is actually one of the rarest game overs to get in this game, mostly because it's in such a specifically short time span, and it is very hard to get in that just really it's very obvious of what you need to present. Basically, this game over, you get it when you are in the flight attendant's room, right when you're talking to Rhoda about her suitcase, essentially doing that. So, failed here, and you get this.
That's enough, Miles Edgeworth. I think we've heard plenty. How so?
Rhoda Tenero, I'm finding quite a few points in your story a bit hard to swallow. Why not come back to the precinct with me and let's talk it over again nice and slow?
No. Help me, Mr. Edgeworth.
Mr. Nero! Mr. Nero was taken into custody under the pretense of a valuable witness. And she was found guilty after Franziska forced her to admit to everything. Thus the truth was lost for all eternity. Leather book. Leather book.
For our next game over, you get this one when you are in the cargo hold, you're investigating, or you're arguing with Franziska, and it's before you found Hicks' cell phone. So essentially, just first half of the final portion of the cargo hold. Anyways, you get this one. That's as far as you go, Miles Edgeworth. Upon reading that line, I can't help but think of Birdo. This is as far as you go! What was that voice just now? It was like some weird fusion voice of by Monokuma and Monami voices.
We are one!
I've known the truth now for quite some time, and I won't allow you to dawdle.
What? But we haven't completed the investigation yet!
Objection!
It's obvious that the culprit is Miss Rhoda Tenero. There's no one else it could have been.
It can't end like this! Mr. Nero was kept in custody under the pretense of a valuable witness. Thus the truth was lost for all eternity. Leather book.
Okay, for this final game over in Turnabout Airlines, you have to fail after you get the cell phone, after you find Acme Hicks' cell phone. Essentially, this is very selective because there's no testimony. It's just pure present what's off, present what's wrong with the picture, what contradicts the picture, and what proves that it's Cammy who did the crime. So essentially, let's show what this is.
Aren't you out of patience yet?
Unfortunately for you, I am overflowing with patience and my will is strong. I can keep on investigating you for as long as it takes.
Oh, well, unfortunately for you, I've got a flight to catch and attend to. Bye-bye.
What? No!
Now, if you'll excuse me, I must be going.
No, wait! Harry Meal was never seen nor heard from again. That's kind of creepy though, because it makes it seem like Cammy's like this monster, like this villain. Like you don't know she's like the boogeyman. She could be hiding under your bed. She could be right behind you right now. I actually scared myself right now with that. Half the time turn around and see Cammy just there with her hair down, like that one character. You know, like that one girl character. She's that one really pale girl. She comes out of the hole in the ground from the mist, like the Ring, I think. I don't know the name of the character, but that little girl with the hair in her eyes. Cammy reminds me of her. Just, that's the truth is also all eternity. Leather book. For the first game over of the kidnapped turnabout, all you have to do is essentially fail right at the start of the case, and you get this scene. I admit defeat. I can't seem to find a way out.
Looks like our only choice is to wait, huh?
But we're so close! A few hours later, Kay and I were freed by the police. Frankly, I'm shocked that Lane just didn't leave Edgeworth in there and just claim that he forgot. Yeah, a week later, just Edgeworth and Kay are finally freed. Oh my gosh, thank you! Thank you, Edgeworth is gone. His clothes are tired. I had to be paid for a week! Where the hell were you guys? Oh, sorry, Mr. Prosecutor. It slipped my mind to free you. Gumshoe! Why would you try to free me? I'm sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. I was on it. I really was trying my best. A few hours later, Kate and I were freed by the police. Yes, I wasn't sure if I read that one. Thus, the truth was lost for all eternity. Leather book. Okay, for this next game over, you have to fail right after escaping from the isolation room with Edgeworth and Kay, but before Oliver's body has been discovered. Now, essentially, I'm here and not the game over scene because you fail. Because when you fail, Lang shows up. Lang and Shih-na show up. I thought I told you to behave. Look, Mr. Prosecutor, I'm the one in charge here, and you're getting in the way, so get out! Be gone, Prosecutor, be gone! I'm involved in this case just as much as the victim, so I insist that I also be allowed. Go back to running Charles in your precious little courtroom of Eden, Mr. Prosecutor. Thus, the truth was lost for all eternity. Leather book. Okay, for this next game over, you have to fail after discovering Deacon Devorae's body, but before Meekins has been accused. So essentially, just do that, and we will be getting this dialogue right here. Lang comes onto the scene. Looks like you found something interesting. I'm done being one step behind, so if you would kindly remove yourself. But it was I who discovered the body first! I should be allowed to participate in... I'm the one with the authority to investigate, so go back to your little precious courtroom of Eden with your cookies and your water fountains and your vending machines that serve sandwiches and be gone, Mr. Prosecutor. Thus, the truth was lost for all eternity. Leather book. For this next game over scene, you essentially have to fail right after Lang has accused Meekins of committing the crime. You can do, which basically the best time to do this is during his testimony right after. So here's the dialogue for it. End of the line for you and your logic, Mr. Prosecutor. We're leaving now with Officer Meekins.
Mr. Edgeworth, sir! What's gonna happen to this little patrolman, sir?
What do you intend to do with him, Agent Lang? What else? I'm gonna arrest him.
Mr. Edgeworth!
Just that face, that going fade to darkness with that face. Ugh.
That's the truth was lost for all eternity.
Leather book. Okay, for this next game over, you have to essentially fail in the stadium during the stadium investigation portion before Lang arrives. So basically, let's get through that. And as you can see, Lang, he arrives early. I thought I'd drop on by and see how you were doing and fill you in on some details.
Details concerning what?
Officer Meekins. I've officially placed him under arrest for kidnapping and murder.
Hold on, that's not...
Too late, I've already made up my mind.
Is there really nothing I can do?
Lang Z says, suck it. Obey the holy words of Lang Z. Get good, scrub.
Thus, the truth was lost for all eternity.
Leather book. Okay, for this next game over, once again, it's at the stadium. However, this time you fail after Lang arrives. So anyways, I think it's time we wrap up your pointless quibbling.
Quibbling? A man's life is at stake, Agent Lang!
I leave it up to you to reason through this mess later, in court. You guys, place Officer Meekins under arrest, now!
Sir!
Sir!
Is this it? Thus the truth was lost for all eternity.
Leather book. Okay, for our next game over, you get this one when the blue badger costume is found in the main gate area. Gumshoe warns Edgeworth. He comes over, he starts investigating, he finds Lauren's pendant, and then basically Lang comes up, he's like, oh, Lauren is now under arrest. I released Meekins. No harm, no foul. I tried to arrest the wrong guy. Well, you live and you learn. So basically, you fail at this portion, but you have to fail before Ernest finds the bad badger costume. Yes, the bad bastard costume. That should be a mascot. The bad bastard. That would be a pretty badass mascot, I have to say. Yeah, and then watch out like a week later I find someone using bad bastard. That's the next mascot. CzarThwomp inspires the media. I inspire a product. Okay, anyways. I think your half-baked logic needs some more time in the oven, Mr. Prosecutor.
Half-baked?
That's right, I called you half-baked. You're officially the Ace Attorney version of Waka. Yes, coming from the guy who I gave my Susanna voice to. And then Waka, oh, bonjour. I hear you are also considered a half-baked prophet. Well, let me sing my song. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club. Welcome, Edgeworth. Welcome, Edgeworth. Welcome, Edgeworth. Toot toot. Okay. You guys, what are you waiting for? An engraved invitation? Take this young lady away.
Wait! We still don't know the truth behind what has happened!
It's alright. I need to pay the price for what I've done.
Thus, the truth was lost for all eternity.
Another book. Okay, for this final game over in Kidnap Turnabout, you have to fail after Ernest Amano brings in the bad badger costume. Okay, look, we all know you're just chasing your delusions, so let's just stop wasting time, alright? You want to suspect me, Mr. Edgeworth, but you haven't got a single shred of evidence. No. I say we'll let the courts resolve the rest.
A few days later, Lance was acquitted of all charges due to a lack of evidence. Thus, the truth was lost for all eternity.
Leather book. For our next game over, like with the others, you get a game over scene right as soon as you start the case. With this one, like Zinc LeBlanc, apparently Manfred, he can just teleport out of thin air. That is what you get when you're perfect. When you're the perfect prosecutor, nothing is impossible for you. Oh my gosh. That's why Manfred was able to take that vacation, no one's batted an eye. Because he just teleported. He just teleported back. No one knew he was on vacation. Blaze, he's working on a paper, and then all of a sudden, just Manfred, he pauses the office, no door, but his, I'm here for my next case. Damn, Von Karma, where the hell did you come from? I teleported. You teleport? What the hell? How? I just can. I am perfect. What the hell is my Manfred voice just drifting? Like, Manfred, he was really excited to press like Igor, like, I'm going to go away now. I don't even know what that voice was anyways. Let's get on. What are you hesitating for? I should have known you weren't dead yet. You are the descendant of the husband of Gregory Edgeworth. You are from his law seed. His law reject defense attorney seed. Sir, please wait! This matter should not have taken more than 3 minutes to resolve. Period! What is Manfred's obsession with 3-minute intervals? First that one trial, and first the second part of Turnabout Goodbyes, when the second day of trials in Turnabout Goodbyes. Then just mentioning how today's trial should have ended within like 3 minutes, and then this investigation ended in 3 minutes. Like, what next? Is Manfred going to say that Franziska was conceived in 3 minutes? Actually, no. Knowing Manfred, he wishes he could have conceived Franziska in 3 minutes. He probably took more or less like 2 or 1. And it was completely unpassionate, completely serious, just no feelings involved. Doggies on no eye contact, no shirts removed. This mouth is... Okay. Franziska, you disappoint me as well. Now get both of you out of my sight, the both of you! Papa, wait! Is it the best I could do? Yes, it is the best you could do. Failure is the only way you Edgeworth can do. Now call, all of you, I called Ernest and Mama. He's going to pick you up in his Mitsubishi any minute now. And then like in the next minute or so, Ernest, he drives up, honks the horn. Now, come on kids, get into my Mashubashi, come on Miles. And who the heck are you? I am Franziska von Karma, Manfred, the daughter of Manfred von Karma. Manfred has a younger daughter? Right, I'm just gonna call him up. Manfred, I have a question. What is it, Ernest? I'm trying to investigate a crime scene. You have a younger daughter? Because I don't recall you having a younger daughter. That's the truth is lost for all eternity. Like that book. Okay, for this next game over, you can only get it during that small window of time right after you completed the first investigation portion. However, you have to do it before Gumshoe has been accused. So anyways, it would appear that I am the victor. Well, wait a second, Franziska! I don't need to hear any more from you. As I've always thought, only I am worthy of the Von Karma name. Was that really the best I could do? That's the truth was lost for all eternity. Leather book. Okay, for this next game over, you have to fail when right after Gumshoe has been accused. So anyways. Is there anything else you'd like to say? Miles, why aren't you fighting back? Because I have nothing to fight back with at this point in time. All the weapons in this room have been under police watch. What? But I didn't do it, Zoe! Please help me! And that's the way it is, Mr. Bite. Gumshoe, just come along quietly, alright? But Zoe! Thus the truth was lost for all eternity. Leather book. Okay, for this next game over, you get it if you fail during the period of time when you're investigating the hallway with Franziska, essentially during all that whimsy with the vending machine, and just Edgeworth making cracks about Franziska's height. Anyways, let's get on. Afraid I can't let the two of you mess things up any more than you already have. So don't get me wrong, but get out. What? But I have an investigation run! I don't give a damn. I don't care if you do or don't. The fact is that you're in my way. You there, take these kids outside. Was Matt talking to the judge? Everyone bosses the judge around. Even Matt. Oh, forensics. Sir, yes sir. Though frankly, knowing Bat, I'm actually a little surprised that he just didn't pick up Edgeworth and Franziska by the backs of their shirts, by the collars of their coats and of their outfits, and then just like take them out and just drop them out to the courthouse. Yes, around. Franziska could take them on. I could imagine she could take them on. That's the truth was lost for all eternity. Leather book. Okay, for this next game over, you have to fail while you are cross-examining / debating / arguing with the judge. In which case, you get a game over that is very reminiscent of the game overs to other Ace Attorney games, the main series games to be exact. Anyways, I'm sorry, but I have to prepare for my next court hearing. Don't worry, I'll make the necessary arrangements for Detective Gumshoe's arrest.
Please wait, Your Honor. There's still much we have yet to resolve.
Unfortunately for you, this court sees no reason to further prolong the issue. That is all. This court is adjourned.
This was the best I could do.
Thus, the truth was lost for all eternity. Leather book. For this next game over, you have to fail while Gumshoe is in the courtroom right after you cross-examine the judge, / debate with the judge, / argue with the judge, and we are basically putting Gumshoe onto the fire in the radar. Basically, rushing through. And, as you can see, she enters the courtroom.
That's as far as you go, Edgeworth.
What is it now, monsieur?
I don't have any more time to waste babysitting the two of you. I think we have enough to take Detective Gumshoe in as a material witness. Don't wait, Mr. Bate.
What? Since when?
No way, Belle. I swear I didn't do anything.
We can talk more down at the station.
Detective Belle, please. You gotta believe me, sorry. I'm innocent, sorry. Honest.
Is this all I could do for him? Thus, the truth was lost for all eternity. Leather book. For this next game over, you get it when you fail, when you basically deplete your bar, when you're alone with Bad, after basically you talked with Kay, she escaped that security guard, she's helping him with the investigation. If you basically fail at that point, you get this game over. Your investigation has dragged on for long enough. But wait! Go on. Get out of here. I've got work to do. I'm not afraid to beat your ass with this mirror until it's black and blue and red all over. I don't care, and I'll call you Von Karma while I'm doing it.
No, I can't be tossed off the case now. Do you know who I am, good sir? I am Miles motherfucking Edgeworth. I will cut your pay by the end of the day.
Thus, the truth was lost for all eternity. Leather book. For the final game over in Turnabout Reminiscence, all you have to do is fail right at the end of the case when you were in your big courtroom confrontation with you. And you get this dialogue.
Looks like you're at the end of your rope. We've already have a suspect, so you can spare me the rest of your long-winded speech. Mr. Bad, I'll leave the rest in your capable hands. I'm not done with you yet. Maybe not, but I'm done with you. See you around, Edgeworth.
I can't let her get away. Not now. Thus, the truth was lost for all eternity. Leather book. For the first game over in Turnabout Blaze, you get it by simply failing the very first investigation portion that you get right at the start of the case. Anyways, here it is. I'm afraid I can't entertain you any longer. You're disrupting the investigation. I'll be taking the suspect in now.
No, wait!
I can see no reason for me to wait. And by the look of it, you're having a mental breakdown, CzarThwomp. Struggling with your voice there for a second. That was just sad.
Miles Edgeworth, as you are my subordinate, you should expect no mercy. I am cutting your pay. I've lost sight of the truth.
If you have no counter-arguments, we'll be going now.
What the? I told you it wasn't me!
Kay!
Mr. Edgeworth!
Gumshoe!
Gumshoe, stop that!
I'm sorry, I wanted to be included, sorry.
Thus, the truth was lost for all eternity. Leather book. Okay, for this second game over, you have to basically fail after you've acquitted Kay of of the charges of murdering Manny. However, you have to basically, you can't have acquitted Larry of not killing. Yeah, basically, after you acquit Kay, you go to Alabast. You basically are told, oh, Larry is the killer of the Mask 2. Basically, before you acquit him, fail, and you get this game over. Ha! As Lang Z says, expect everything from a criminal. They are always up to no good, and all of their actions are suspicious. Mr. Prosecutor, I proclaim your childhood friend to be overly suspicious. Ah! Greatest understatement of the year, Lang. Congratulations. Slow clap. There, you got 3 slow claps for your brilliant observation, Lang. What the heck, man? I told you I didn't do a thing! Yeah, and you can tell it to us again, nice and slow, down at the precinct. Mr. Prosecutor, I had a slight bit of expectation for you. That you would keep me entertained. Angie, say something! Tell him that I'm not some sort of bad guy!
Larry, I'm not going to lie to the police! I'm not going to lie to Interpol! But I have no counter argument to offer!
Glad you finally realized that. Now then, I believe this welcome brigade Reed will be here shortly. Let's go.
Itchy! Is this all I could do for him? Thus, the truth was lost for all eternity. Leather book.
Okay, for this next game over, you have to essentially fail while you're investigating the Rose Garden with Franziska. So here's the dialogue that you get as a result. Well, it's getting late. Why don't you go on home and get some rest? I think we can do without a prosecutor who's just playing around, you know.
What? I'm not doing anything of the sort!
You may not be trying to, but the way I see it, that's all you're doing. And I don't think I can swallow any more of you messing up my turf. Now get out of here and go home. Eat a cookie and drink some warm milk and go to sleep with your teddy bear, Mr. Rufflekins.
Is this all I could do? Thus the truth was lost for all eternity. Leather book.
Okay, for this next game over, you essentially have to fail while investigating Manny's office for the second time. The reason I'm doing this is because you appears and basically proceeds to chew us out. What are the two of you doing here? I can't allow you to conduct any unauthorized investigating.
But we're investigating under the same authority!
Interpol has already finished a full investigation into this area. At best, what you two are doing is wasting your time. At worst, I'm afraid you could be tampering with the crime scene. Therefore, I'm commanding you to vacate the area at once.
But we're not doing anything wrong!
I will not make any exceptions for you. Now come, you will leave at once.
This is the best I could do! Thus the truth was lost for all eternity. Leather book.
Okay, this game over is actually one of the broadest ones in the game because basically from the start of middle part 3, which is basically right after you finish investigating Manny's office the second time, up until you use arrest, you basically get this game over if you fail. So anyways, sorry, but any more time we spend discussing this would just be a waste. And I'm afraid I'm going to have to take you off of the investigation.
Wait a second!
Lang Z says persistence soon turns into fixation. And fixation soon turns into obsessing about raising his son to be pretty much your mirror image. And then try to frame that kid 15 years later just because you can. You're so set on your logic being right that you've lost your objectivity. Investigations require that we be flexible and open-minded, just like yours truly. Yes, open-minded in, basically, if you look suspicious, you get arrested. Yes, because we all know Lang is the wokest, most open-minded person in the entire universe. So give it up and go home and eat your snickerdoodles. Come on, eat the snickerdoodles.
Could I do no better? Thus the truth was lost for all eternity. Leather book.
Okay, this game over is one of the more, well, it's one of the more specific ones where basically there's not a big time span in which you can get it. Essentially, this next game over you can only get if you fail right after you arrest but yet Franziska has not been accused yet. So anyways, here we see Lang. He comes back on the scene out of nowhere with his glasses. You guys are still here? Agent Lang, you're back already? I told you I'd be back, didn't I? This is my case, and I'm not gonna let you guys take it away from me. Yes, because for some reason Lang gets a burr up his butt, and he basically decides to force everyone out. I thought you no longer had authority over this case. Authority? I don't care about petty logistics. I'm Shilong Lang. I do what I want. I'm not about to just walk out in this case. Not after how far I've come. So sorry, sis, but I need you to get out of here too. What the heck is wrong with you, Lang? How dare you? This is my turn, so get yourself on home to your den. You guys, escort the nice prosecutors home, will you? Sir, yes, sir.
What in the world are you thinking, Agent Lang?
I'm not thinking. These pants have cut off all blood circulation to my brain. It's a miracle that I somehow am able to breathe and blink.
Thus, the truth was lost for all eternity. All because Lang had an attitude issue. He had a burr up his butt.
Okay, for this next game over, you basically have to fail right after Lang has accused Franziska. And you haven't acquitted her yet. So basically, yeah, Lang's gonna go, Lang on her. Looks like I've got all the answers I need. Come on, sis, it's time for us to go.
Agent Lang, please wait!
Sorry, but I'm tired of waiting. Because I'm not one for waiting around for others to solve my cases. Except for that other case. Except for the case of Gatewater Land yesterday that you solved for me. As well as earlier tonight. Miles Edgeworth, I demand that you do something about this at once!
Oh, don't worry, Franziska. I will do something, all right.
And then Edgeworth walks up to Lang and shakes his head. Thank you, Lang. Thank you.
Oh, or better yet, Edgeworth. Oh, I'll do something, all right.
And then Edgeworth, he starts doing a funky dance.
Oh, yeah? In your face, Franziska. You've been arrested. Oh, yeah? How you like it? How do you like it? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then Gumshoe, he comes in. Oh, yeah, Miss Edgeworth, I'm going to dance as well.
Gumshoe, cue the music. Da-da-da. Oh, yes, Franziska's been arrested.
Yeah.
Franziska has been arrested, and she can't whip us no more.
Whip us no more.
We will live in peace and harmony, because her freedom's been restricted forever.
Yes, Edgeworth and Gumshoe are a musical number. Yes. I love a good musical number.
But I'm at a loss of what to do myself!
Well, I know I have plenty to ask the sis here about. Let's go!
Miles!
This is really where it all ends?
Bye, Franziska!
Bye, Miss Nakama! Just sad, wait.
That's the truth was lost for all eternity. Leather book.
Have to compensate for the lack of leather books. Okay, for this next game over, you essentially have to fail after you've cleared Franziska's name and right after you've accused Alba. However, it has to also be before Alba basically, quote-unquote, confesses to his crime of killing Damask 2. So essentially, here we go.
Now then, if I could please ask you to please leave the premises. As you can see for yourselves, I am an old man, and I am a bit tired from all this. I mean, it's nearly 3 o'clock in the morning. I mean, why are we up so late? Why can't we ever go to sleep? Why is the cab come let to sleep? Wait, please! I've made up my mind, so if you could please leave! I am grumpy, I am tired, and I haven't brushed my teeth! Agent Lang, a good job too as well.
Although I don't think we'll ever be meeting again.
What?
Now then, please respect the request of the ambassador of the Kingdom of Alabast and vacate the premises.
Is this it? Is this it? Thus the truth was lost for all eternity. Leather book. Okay, in order to get this next game over, you have to fail right during the final investigation portion of the game. And the reason why I am doing this is because Alba returns. It just all stiff, all Darth Vader like, all stern.
Are you still here? Are you still trying to force me to admit? Your people have no reason to still be here. It's 3 in the morning. Don't you sleep? Do you have insomnia? Are you like the Black Quill Weeaboo guy from Tour Destinies who doesn't sleep? Who has those weird triangle things because of those tears that he never wiped away? What type of edgy crap were they pulling? Now please leave.
I'm afraid I can't do that.
Ha! If you won't leave on your own, I will have no choice but to force you out.
Hold it!
No, you hold it! I am ambassador here! I am king of this embassy! I don't believe we'll be meeting again! However, I pray for your success!
And then at that moment, Alba, he gets a phone call on his cell phone.
Hello?
Hey, Alba! I heard you talk about praying, and I wanted to make sure that you were going with Jesus!
Jacques, are you seriously using your one phone call for that?
You know it, Alba! You know it!
Oh my gosh. Yes.
We're not through here yet.
Is this it?
Alba just walks away laughing. Thus the truth was lost for all eternity. Leather book. Okay, for the final game over in the game, after Alba returns and after the final investigation ends, just fail, no matter where you are, whether it's in for the rest of ending part 2 or the entirety of ending part 3, just if you fail, you get this game over.
Now then, I believe I must end the game here. You've had enough fun, haven't you?
Mr. Edgeworth, if you don't do something, he's gonna get away!
I've already confessed! What else do you want from me?
I want a piggyback ride!
No! I have yet to obtain the truth behind the night's events! Do you think I really care about this truth you seek? Now, since I have admitted to my crimes, I will need to pay the airport a visit. So if you would please be so kind as to move out of my way. Is there no way to stop this man? This tree man? I don't believe we'll be meeting again. However, I will pray for your success.
And then the background.
Jesus!
Jacques from his prison cell.
Did you just hear? Did you just hear something? No, I thought it was just me. Oh, good. Okay, I'm going out to the airport now. We're not through here yet.
Is this really game over? And then notice how Pollyanna, he's just standing there smiling. Like this is the best day of his life.
I really like this show!
Thus the truth was lost for all eternity. Leather book. Okay, as an end of video treat, I am going to show you basically the main gate area of Gatewaterland, because you can only come to this area during one specific portion of the case. I found this out when I was doing just the game overs for Kidnap Turnabout, but apparently right after you find Lance and Len kicks you out of the stadium, you can come here. So anyways, let's do this little bit of investigating, just for the fun of it. Little child. This man looks supposedly like the precinct.
Look at that lovely eye on the blue badger's face!
And look at me, make it stop! It's scary!
It's alright, dear. You want to know something? I was the one who created the blue badger. See, look at his eyes! Don't they look just like Daddy's?
It's scary! It's scary because they look like yours, Daddy.
That child is going to need so much therapy. Well, that was rather depressing. I think I'd rather leave the two of them alone. Yes, Edgeworth, just leave the small, struggling child in the hands of...
Why is there a blue badger here, too?
Are you deathly allergic to him or something?
It's not that. It's more like a half smile on his face. It's really unsettling.
She's disturbed by the half smile. Good, okay, good. I'm more disturbed by its movements and how it managed to obstruct an investigation. To think they were but a hotel, now they have their own safari park attraction. Talk about a veritable goulash of rides and attractions.
With so many of them, you'd think that they would have a ninja house. Like one of those buildings with a zillion secret places to hide in. Those are fun.
Well, they don't.
Hey, how can you be so sure? Oh, I know. I bet they really do have one in it, but it's hidden in a real ninja fashion. Come on out, Ninja House. I know you're around here somewhere.
A hidden ninja house. Next, she'll be looking for a lost pirate ship. Fun fact? Yes, Edgeworth. Little do you realize there is a pirate ship. Okay. Anyways. And as you can see over there, this lamp looks like it...
That lamp looks like it got a good amount of... It's got a lot of good stories to know about the olden days.
Oh, it looks incredibly new to me.
Mr. Edgeworth, you need to lighten up and get a sense of humor.
That was rather rude, but just this once I'll look the other way.
On second thought, maybe the first thing you need to work on is tact.
Yes, there we have Phoenix, Maya, and Pearly in a boat. And meanwhile, Phoenix, he looks over, Edgeworth? No! Right here! Right, get away, that guy! I don't know you, that guy! Get out of my game! Who said his name? Who said his name? They say that couples who cross this bridge together will find happiness. Also, the Gateway Land pamphlet says.
But you'd think that they'd already be happy because they were able to come together.
Logistics aside, I wonder who came up with this tale and when. This bridge doesn't look old enough to be the stuff of legends.
Well, some things are better left uninvestigated, don't you think? Ignorance is bliss.
Yes, I love how Edgeworth completely ignores his friend. He completely ignores his childhood friend. Just, like, I don't know that man! Really? And you'd think that they would have given Phoenix some... You'd think Phoenix would be a little shocked by the police presence here and he would have tried to investigate. I guess Lang, he knew. He got word from Capcom to keep Phoenix out of that park. Keep Phoenix away. Phoenix walks up to the gate. Hey, hello! Get out of my crime scene! What? I don't know who you are! I'm just checking out to see if someone needs to visit. No one needs you! Get out of here, Spiky! This is my game, you're not hijacking it. Okay. And with that, I think now would be a good time to end this series off. I really appreciate that you stuck around to watch this episode. You're a great viewer. Hope you come back for the next one. If you like this video, like, subscribe, What is wrong with me? I can't even say my outro for the series right. Anyways, I really appreciate that you stuck around to watch this bonus video. You're a great viewer. If you come back for the next series. If you like this video, like, subscribe, comment, share, do whatever you want. And with that, I'll see you for my next project. The upload date will be mentioned in the description. Bye.